Let's get into today's Lions news, and we got a lot to cover in today's video. Try to get to you as fast as possible. It's not too long. It's not too dragged out. We're going to get into Lions-Rams odds. A little bit shocking there. I thought it'd be different, and which is a good thing. Great injury news. Great news regarding the offensive line. We're going to talk about that, break that down, because that is how it will dictate the rest of the season goes. Power rankings. What is the legacy media? Talking about the Detroit Lions. We'll get into that one. John Johnson. Lions bringing in a player potentially to sign. We'll talk about that player and a free agent signing. But before we get into today's video, if you're a fan of the Detroit Lions, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Why is that? Because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Do it on a daily. Lions are traveling to the Rams Sunday in a huge, big-time game here. This is the #1 team right now in the NFC, the L.A. Rams. Former quarterback Matthew Stafford. Lions are underdogs at +4.5. Total over and under is massive at 55.5. That's a big numbers there. That's because two teams with massive offenses here. Look, the Lions are going to be going to SoFi Stadium, and it's going to be a tough place to play, not just for the environment, but for the fact that you got Matthew Stafford's been lighting it up on this field. I mean, they put up 47 points. These guys are killing it with Devontae Adams and all the Puka Nacua, multiple running backs, great quarterback play. This is going to be a big game for the Lions. Huge game. And it's going to be a tough game. I thought the line would be worse for Detroit. I thought it would be worse. I thought it'd be like 6, 7, 4.5. Kind of shocked. Honestly. Kind of shocked on that one, which is a good shock. Because this is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a really tough game. I don't think it's a must-win in a sense. You got to do it to get to playoffs. But I tell you what, if the Lions win, the Lions' playoff odds explodes. But it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be real tough. Who do you got winning the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. L for Lion, R for Rams. Let's get into some interesting and good news regarding some of our offensive linemen. We're going to start good news here with Miles Frazier. Dan Campbell spoke to me. He says he's earned the right to keep going. He's good enough to be where? All right, let's get him another series, Campbell said Thursday night, because really, we didn't have any intentions of giving that much. If we did, we just wanted to kind of introduce him. And those reps were available for him, and he's going to have to learn them. And we believe he will, Campbell said. We believe the memory bank there is a little bit better. I'd like to give it in this game. Get him a couple more reps. Let him grow. But I see us using Cologne as well. I am excited that Miles Frazier is going to be getting more playing time because I was really happy to see what he did versus the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, there was some pre-snap penalties. That's going to happen. But he protected Jared Goff, and he did it very well Thursday. So, obviously, when you perform this great and, you know, he's going to make mistakes, but the ceiling is higher, put him out there. It's better than Jared Goff getting hit 24/7. I can't wait to see him get more reps. That's a good thing. It's a great thing for this team, and he's a great sponsor for the Lions. Today's show is sponsored by Omaha Steaks, and I'm a massive fan of Omaha Steaks. So much so, I told everybody in my family, I don't want things this year. I want to get Omaha Steaks. That's what I want for presents. Food. I love food, and it is my go-to option for all holiday dinners. And just like giving me a gift of Omaha Steaks, it is the perfect Christmas gift for you to give out to your friends and family. From holiday hostings to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. Give family and friends USDA certified tender steaks, juicy burgers, cozy and convenient comfort meals, and so much more. Our listeners get an extra $35 off with promo code LIONS at checkout. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality and a variety of every bite that is backed by their 100% guarantee. Every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers in America's heartland. Omaha Steaks delivers an exclusive lineup of USDA-certified tender steaks and their fan-favorite filet mignon that have achieved the distinction of USDA-certified very tender. So save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off their site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code LIONS at checkout. Terms that apply, see site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, code LIONS. Link will be in the description and pinned comment of this video. Now let's continue on with some good news as Dan Campbell spoke with 97 Won the Ticket, continued the conversation about Christian Mahagony and his injury. He says, I don't know. We'll see where he's at. He's going to try and go out and practice a little bit, but until I see him out there in the grass, I don't know what he's going to be, Campbell said. I don't expect a lot right now this week, but I do think he's starting to feel good enough to work him into practice, Campbell said. That is right. Christian Mahagony is getting close to returning almost from his broken leg. The offensive line is starting to get hot at the right time, right? Now, you got Miles Frazier, Christian Mahagony potentially coming back when we're trying to make that playoff push. We've had injuries so far to this team that savaged us, but for the Lions to have any shot to make any sort of push, to even make the playoffs, we have to have this offensive line. And right now, it's getting in the right direction. Just continue to get healthy, and it looks like Mohagany will be back at some point. The Detroit Lions made a signing to the practice squad. We're going to get into this right now really quick and talk about what this player brings to the Lions, and that is S Damontae Kazee. The Lions brought him in to help with the injury to Brian Branch, and obviously all of our safeties right now. We're pretty banged up here. He's 5'11", 174 pounds, 32, drafted in 2017. Throughout his career, he's got 7 forced fumbles, 24 pass defense, 17 interceptions, and 111 games. And the reason I'm putting games on there, that's important right now. When you're having a lot of injuries, just get somebody that kind of understands and has played a lot of snaps for defenses, especially if you got to play players on a pinch. Someone that's a veteran potentially could help out a little bit quicker, understanding schemes and all of that. Now, I don't expect him to make some sort of impact, right? Some sort of magical impact. But with the injuries, you got to bring in somebody. And so, look, he's got some turnovers. Maybe if we continue to have some injuries, right, that the Lions could look towards, bringing him to help him on this team. We've seen it last year, right? You bring in guys right off the street to help out. Lions also are bringing in a player, and I think this one's more interesting. They're looking to get help at the safety position by bringing in John Johnson. Remember him? A lot of talk. Brad Holmes likes John Johnson. He sure does. He is connected to the Detroit Lions. He's been 6 foot, 204 pounds, 29 years old. Obviously drafted in LA. Connected to this regime. 4 first fumbles, 48 pass defense, 15 interceptions, 105 games, career stats. I would like this if the Lions decided to sign John Johnson. I think this would be a really good signing for Detroit. He has experience. He gets turnovers. And I think he can help the Lions this year in a pinch for sure. Because we're in a world of hurt, right? And I absolutely believe that he can come in here, help the Lions out, and potentially, make a play to help us win a game, right? So I think he's a player that the Lions definitely should look to sign, in my opinion, right? Bring him in. Maybe by the time you're watching this, he is signed. I don't know. Would you sign him? S for sign, P for pass. Give me your thoughts in the comments right now. Power rankings, folks. Let's get into the power rankings. See what the mainstream media is thinking about our beloved Detroit Lions here. And tell you what, not much change from last week. We go up by 2 from 10 from The Athletic, same from ESPN at 11. You have 10 from Yahoo Sports, up 1 from Sports Illustrated, up 2 from Fox Sports, 4 from USA Today, and Bleacher Report, same at 9. It just gives you an idea of what the mainstream media thinks about this football team. It's not much of a change that we're seeing, clearly, right? So I think for the Detroit Lions, it just gives an idea that still they think the Lions are a good team. They think that they potentially, hopefully, can make the playoffs. And I do believe that will be the case. All they got to do, in my opinion, for them to make the playoffs is continue to win, obviously. But I think the big game is going to be the final game versus the Chicago Bears. But I tell you what, if they go win and they beat the Rams, if you're a fan of power rankings or any of that type of stuff, you will be really happy then, because they would blow up to go to LA and to beat the Rams in LA. You would skyrocket in the power rankings, and you would skyrocket in the NFC. That would be a monumental move. So we'll see what happens. Give me your thoughts in the comments below.